Hello everyone, Camden Coblentz here. So this is a very different kind of video than what I've been doing before, and it'll be a little more casual too. But I felt like ranting about my frustrations I have with the video game industry, and I'll be comparing it to the movie industry quite a bit too. So the biggest gripe I have with the video game industry is when old games become discontinued, and sadly that's a normal thing with the industry. If you happen to find the old games online, you can't really get a good deal on them either. I'm just trying to imagine if the movie industry was like that. Think of all the movies from the past that are considered classics. You got The Wizard of Oz, It's a Wonderful Life, Casablanca, Citizen Kane. The list just goes on. I'm trying to imagine how frustrating it would be if all the movies from the past would have the same fate as the video games. And I will admit, the movie industry preservation isn't always perfect, but the difference is drastic. Another big issue I have is the fact that there are too many game consoles. Whether it's Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo, Wii, list just goes on, and then they feel the need to keep updating it too. When it comes to the movie industry, there have been players for VCRs, DVDs, and Blu-rays, and they can seem to play pretty much anything that was made in the same country. Of course, in other places, there are different regions and stuff like that, but as far as the same country, this goes pretty well. There are also times when the production of certain games can be rushed, especially if it's around Christmas time, and that can cause the game to not reach its full potential. Then there is DLC, or downloadable content, which is frustrating because it tries to make people pay for more game content after they've already purchased the game. So in the big picture, they're not getting the full experience by just buying the game. And thankfully, a lot of people are really upset about that. Let's just hope the movie industry never goes down that path. The biggest reason for most of those issues is definitely money. They just want more money, and they have used unreasonable ways to try to get it. I would say that both the movie industry and the video game industry have their content issues, but I see the video game industry as being more corrupt, especially due to the lack of preservation. Thankfully, I'm not the only one who is frustrated about these things, and it seems like some video game companies have realized that there are people who miss the old games. For example, it wasn't too long ago when Nintendo released a version of the classic NES system that had a good number of games. And even more recently, the Crash Insane trilogy was released, which was an update on the first 3 games of the Crash Bandicoot series. Unfortunately, it was only available for PS4. While I think that most games don't need that kind of update, I do think it is good to have proper save options on them. I don't think that old games just need to go right back on the shelves, but they still should be preserved and available, especially being able to purchase online. So those are my thoughts on why I think the video game industry is holding itself back from being much better, and why I'm not as much of a gamer as I would be otherwise. On a much more positive note, I'd like to give a special shout out to my brother Quentin Coblentz, who has been doing some music. He currently has an EP titled A Heart Divided, and he also has a full-length album entitled Sahara. And this shirt I'm wearing is in reference to one of his tracks entitled Limo. They also come in blue as well. I'd appreciate if you would go on his channel, which is just his name, and give a listen for yourself. Both albums are available on iTunes, and Sahara is also available in physical copies as well. If you like what you hear, I would definitely encourage you to support his work. So thank you all for watching. I would appreciate if you would subscribe, as there will be more coming in the future. So see you later, and have a great day.